The Gospel according to Luke. Luke is believed to be the only Gentile writer of the Bible, and it kind of follows that he writes about how Jesus came not only for the Jews, but for everyone. And there's a verse in Luke that says that he came to seek and save the lost. The Gospel of Luke follows a similar outline as the Gospel according to Mark. The primary difference is what people call the travel narrative. And in the Gospel according to Mark, it's about half a chapter. It starts and ends in the same chapter where he arrives in Jerusalem. But in Luke, it's from chapter 9 to chapter 19, where he is on his way up to Jerusalem, and he is performing miracles and teaching parables. And much of these teachings will follow the miracles. And Jesus's ministry that Luke chooses to focus on is the coming of the kingdom. And this kingdom is an upside-down kingdom that Luke describes. And it follows that he also says in the book of Acts, he records these adversaries of the apostles that complain about the apostles and say, these are the people who are turning the world upside down. And so it's quite the compliment. But this is really what Luke is focusing on, choosing what he records. And some of these are like the parables of the great banquet is one of the main ones in Luke 14, starting in verse 15. And, this king invites these specific people, which represents the Jews, but a lot of them don't come. So the gospel was given to first the Jews, but since many of them rejected him, he said, invite anyone you can find. And, they went to all these, what were considered the slums, seeking who they can invite because we want to see the kingdom filled. And so this is the idea that the kingdom's for everyone, but some more that are specifically on just the upside down nature of the kingdom and like reversals. We see Luke records Jesus saying, those who humble themselves will be exalted, and those who exalt themselves will be humbled. We see that your status and wealth work differently in the kingdom of heaven than here on earth. And so the woman who gives 2 coins out of her heart gives more than the Pharisee who may give a lot of actual money. And so, these are some of the natures of the kingdom. But on the other hand, there's this exclusivity of the kingdom. And we saw that with the great banquet. It's like, you want to be someone that's invited, that comes into this party, not somebody that gets caught up with these other things that you miss out. Obviously, Jesus is specifically calling out these Pharisees here. And, we see it with the parable of the prodigal son, where even the older brother is outside of the party, upset. And then we see it with how Jesus says, blessed are those who hear. The other ones, they have eyes but do not see, they have ears but they do not hear. And this is why these things are said. So there's almost like this exclusive nature where it's like you want to be someone that's on the inside. And I think Galatians really sums it up well when it says there's no more Jew or Gentile, slave or free, male or female. We are all one in Christ Jesus, right? And so it's either you're with Jesus or you're not with Jesus. So, yeah, that's the gospel according to Luke.